No one in the village drank from the old well. Not because the water was bad. Not because it was dry. But because it was sealed for 1,000 years. The well stood at the edge of the forest, hidden behind broken stones and black vines. Ancient chains wrapped around it like dead snakes. On the stone lid, strange symbols were carved. Symbols no one could read anymore. The elders said the well was cursed. They said it was sealed by monks long before kingdoms were born. They said something was trapped inside. And they said only one thing clearly. Whoever drinks from it will never be the same. Alex had lived in the village for only 3 months. He was not born there. He came after his parents died, carrying nothing but a backpack and questions about his past. He was quiet, sharp-minded, and curious in a way that scared people. Curiosity is dangerous in places where secrets sleep. That night, Alex couldn't sleep. He kept dreaming of water. Cold water. Deep water. And a voice calling his name from far below the ground. Alex. He woke up sweating, his heart racing. Outside, the moon was full and pale, lighting the forest like a dead eye watching the earth. The voice came again. Come. Alex sat up. He didn't understand why, but his feet touched the floor on their own. He grabbed a flashlight and stepped outside, moving silently through the sleeping village. No dogs barked. No insects made a sound. It was as if the world was holding its breath. The forest path opened by itself, shadows sliding away as Alex walked. And soon he stood before the sealed well. Up close it felt alive. The chains trembled softly. The stone lid was cracked, as if something inside had been pushing upward for centuries. Alex's head began to hurt. Memories that weren't his flashed in his mind. Burning cities, screaming skies, and eyes watching from the dark. Why me? He whispered. The symbols on the well glowed faint red. The chains snapped. One by one. Clang. 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 Alex stumbled back, but the lid slid aside with a deep, hollow sound. Cold air rushed out, smelling of old earth and something metallic. Blood. The flashlight flickered. Alex looked down. The water inside the well was black, not like mud, but like a moving shadow. Yet it reflected the stars perfectly. Beautiful. Terrifying. You are late, the voice said. Alex froze. Who's there? He asked. Silence. Then the surface of the water rippled, and Alex saw his reflection. But the eyes in the reflection were not his. They were glowing. Golden. Ancient. Alex's hands shook. I'm not supposed to be here, he said. The reflection smiled. You were born for this. Suddenly, Alex felt an unbearable thirst. His throat burned like fire. His body leaned forward, ignoring his fear. No, no, he whispered, trying to pull back. But the well pulled him closer. The voice softened. Drink and remember who you are. Alex dipped his hand into the water. It was freezing. Pain shot up his arm, but the thirst grew stronger. Before he could think, Alex cupped the water and drank. The moment it touched his lips, his vision exploded. Alex screamed. The ground shook violently. The forest bent inward as if bowing to something unseen. Alex fell to his knees, clutching his face. His eyes burned. Not with pain, but with power. Images flooded his mind. A war between worlds. A being chained beneath the earth. A human child marked at birth. Marked to become a key. Alex gasped, coughing black water. When he looked at his hands, strange veins of golden light pulsed beneath his skin. His eyes reflected in the well again. They were no longer human. Behind him, the air grew cold. Too cold. A shadow rose from the well, stretching upward like smoke, learning how to stand. Slowly it formed a shape, thin, tall, and wrong. A face appeared. Hollow eyes. A broken smile. Alex turned slowly. The ghost hovered inches above the ground. Chains dragging behind it even though the chains were broken. You freed me, it said. Alex tried to speak, but his voice came out different. Deeper, layered, as if someone else spoke with him. What are you? The ghost bowed its head. I am the first guardian. Its eyes locked onto Alex's glowing ones. And you, Alex, are the last. The moon above cracked with thunder. Far away, in places Alex had never seen, ancient beings opened their eyes. The sealed well was empty. and the world had just noticed. Alex woke with a start. He was lying on the forest floor. The moonlight stretched across his face, now marked with golden veins pulsing like living fire. His heartbeat sounded like a drum in the silence. The ghost from the well hovered before him, motionless, its hollow eyes fixed on him. "You feel it, don't you?" it asked. Its voice whispered directly into Alex's mind. Not spoken aloud, but somehow unavoidable. "The blood in your veins isn't just yours." Alex tried to speak. What do you mean?" The ghost floated closer, chains dragging like echoes of centuries. "You were chosen long before you were born. Before your parents. Before this world even noticed you. You carry the blood of the first guardians. The ones who once sealed me, and the ones who failed." Alex's head spun. Questions clashed like storms in his mind. "I don't understand my parents, my life. Everything is gone. How can I carry anything?" The ghost raised one skeletal hand. "Because your past was taken from you. And now it returns." Suddenly, visions ripped through Alex's mind. He saw a city burning. Not a modern city, but one with towers that scraped the clouds and streets paved with gold. People screamed, yet some were glowing with light. They fought shadows that moved like smoke, creatures with eyes as black as the void. And in the center of it all, a baby, tiny, human, but with golden veins glowing faintly through its skin. That baby was him. Alex collapsed to his knees. "It's me, that's me. I was there." The ghost nodded. "Yes. You were hidden from the world. They took your memory, placed you in a simple life, hoping you would never awaken. But the well, it cannot be sealed forever. And now, you drink the 1,000-year water, and the truth emerges." Alex looked at his hands. The golden veins pulsed in rhythm with his heartbeat. Every pulse seemed to whisper names he didn't remember. Warriors, kings, guardians, people who had fought and fallen before him. "I don't know if I'm ready," he whispered. "You have no choice," said the ghost. "Enemies stir. The ones who sought my power when I was imprisoned. They awaken now, sensing you." Alex froze. "Enemies? Oh, where?" The ghost's eyes glowed brighter. "Far beyond this forest, in the cities of men and skies of stars, hidden watchers, hunters of guardians, have risen again. They call themselves the Shadow Covenant. And Alex, they know you live." A cold wind blew through the forest. The trees groaned. Shadows stretched unnaturally, forming figures that seemed almost human, but not quite. Alex felt their eyes pierce him, even through the distance. "They've been waiting for centuries," the ghost continued. "Every step you take, every breath you draw, they will hunt you. They want the power you carry. And if they catch you," the ghost's voice dropped to a whisper, "they will erase you body and soul." Alex shivered. "Then what do I do?" The ghost moved closer, hovering over his head. "You must awaken your abilities. You must learn the powers hidden in your blood. You are the last guardian. You alone can stop them, or if you fail, you will bring destruction worse than this world has ever seen." Alex swallowed. Fear clawed at his chest, but alongside it burned a spark of determination. Show me how." The ghost extended its hand, and a golden light shot from its fingertips into Alex's eyes. Pain flared, bright, searing, almost unbearable, but then came clarity. He saw the past he didn't remember. He saw his parents, not human, not entirely, fighting to protect him. Their faces, frozen in desperation, calling out to him in silent screams. They had been guardians too, marking him with blood that carried the memory and strength of countless battles. He saw the creation of the 1,000-year well, the chains, the seal, and the prison of the ghost. Every step of history unfolded before him, compressed into seconds of vivid revelation. And then he saw the enemy, the Shadow Covenant. Humans? No. Some were, but most were not. They were monsters disguised as humans, masters of manipulation, shadows of the void. They had waited in silence, hidden in society, in governments, in military ranks. And now they were moving. Across continents, across oceans, preparing to strike. Alex's stomach turned. "How can I fight? I just woke up." "You do not fight alone," the ghost whispered. "I am bound to you. Your blood awakens me, just as my presence guides you. But time is short. They already sense your awakening. Suddenly, the forest exploded in motion. Shadows surged from every direction. Figures, half human and half shadow, lunged toward him. Alex stumbled backward, golden veins burning brighter as instinct took over. He raised his hands, and light shot out, like golden fire striking the shadows. They hissed and screamed, evaporating into smoke. Alex's heart raced. Fear, adrenaline, and power collided inside him. Every movement felt strange and natural at the same time. He was learning. He was changing. The ghost hovered beside him. You are ready to leave the village. You must go beyond. Find others like you. Others who survived the ancient wars. And together, you will face the covenant. Alex nodded, feeling the weight of centuries pressing on his shoulders. I need to know why they took me. Why they hid me. And why me? Why am I the last? The ghost's chains rattled, echoing like distant thunder. Because you are the only one left who can inherit the bloodline of all the guardians. The last key. And the covenant wants that blood for themselves. They will do anything to take it. Anything. The ground trembled again. The forest around them became a swirling nightmare of shadows and whispers. Alex's vision blurred. Golden veins burning brighter than ever. And then just for a second, he saw something familiar. A face. Young. Smiling. Human. A memory, buried deep, tugging at his soul. It was a face he knew, yet could not place. And then the ghost whispered. Not all memories were taken. Some remain to guide you. That face, it is your future. Remember it, Alex. It is your anchor. Alex clenched his fists. Then I will fight. I'll face them. I'll find the truth. The ghost bowed slightly, chains dragging across the forest floor. Good. But know this, the covenant's reach is vast. You cannot trust anyone. They will appear as friends, as helpers, even as family. A cold breeze carried whispers of distant cities, mountains, and oceans. Somewhere, far away, the shadow covenant was stirring, watching, waiting, planning. Alex looked at the well, now silent and empty. The golden glow in his eyes reflected determination and fear. The ghost faded slightly, merging into Alex's aura. We leave at dawn. You will need to learn everything quickly. Because if they find you before you awaken fully, there will be no second chance. Alex stared at the horizon. The first light of dawn touched the forest. Birds began to stir, oblivious to the ancient war awakening around them. Alex took a deep breath. He was not just a boy anymore. He was a guardian. The last one. And the world was about to notice him. Dawn had broken, painting the forest in pale gold, but Alex felt no warmth. The golden veins in his eyes pulsed faster than his heartbeat, and the ghost hovered close, chains clanking softly, almost like a warning. The covenant is moving, it whispered. They know your blood is awake. They will strike soon. Alex gritted his teeth. He had trained all night. Awakening skills he didn't understand. Shapes and shadows, whispers of memory, flashes of power in his hands. But he knew knowledge alone wouldn't save him. And then it happened. A figure emerged from the tree-line. Familiar, friendly, a young man in tattered clothes. Alex, he called. Relief in his voice. I've been looking everywhere for you. Alex's instincts screamed danger, but hope softened his suspicion. Who are you? I'm Joran, the figure said. A friend. I know what's happening. The covenant, they want to destroy you, but I can help you. The ghost beside Alex hissed. Do not trust him. Alex hesitated, but the desire for human connection, for guidance, outweighed caution. Okay, then help me. As they walked through the forest, Alex sensed something odd. Shadows twisted unnaturally around Joran, but he dismissed it. Maybe just nerves. They reached the edge of the forest. A valley stretched beyond, glowing with an eerie fog. Alex's heart sank. Before Alex could react, chains erupted from the ground, wrapping around him, the golden light in his veins struggling to fight. The covenant's true form emerged. Monsters of darkness, each more grotesque than the last, with eyes that mirrored the void. They had waited centuries, hidden behind human masks. Alex's vision blurred as pain surged. But the ghost inside him roared, a sound like thunder breaking stone. Golden light exploded from Alex's body, burning the chains and scattering shadows. He rose into the air, wings of energy unfurling from his back, golden and blazing. But Joran struck again, hurling a spear forged from darkness. Alex barely dodged, feeling a sharp tear across his arm. Pain and fury mingled. The betrayal cut deeper than the wound. "You lied!" Alex screamed, rising into the sky above the fog. "Why?" Joran's face was emotionless. "Because they promised me power. I was weak once, now I am everything." The ghost whispered into Alex's mind. "Do not kill him yet. He is a tool. And there is something worse waiting." Alex froze. Something worse? The ground below shuddered. The valley trembled. Folk twisted unnaturally. And then he saw it. The well. The 1,000-year well. Not empty, not silent anymore. From its depths, a monstrous form emerged, a being of shadow, water, and bone, chained but writhing, its eyes burning like molten gold. This was the real horror. "I am the first guardian," it whispered. "No," it screamed from the well. "I am the power they feared. And you, Alex, were the key." The horror surged, spreading from the well into the valley, consuming the fog. It was alive, angry, and ancient, a force that had been chained for 1,000 years. It had waited for Alex, for the blood of guardians, for the awakening. The Covenant fell back, sensing the danger. Joran froze, fear flashing across his dark face. It's alive," he stammered. Alex understood now. This was never just about him. The well itself was alive, feeding on betrayal, on fear, on blood. Drinking from it had marked him, connecting him to the ancient force trapped inside. The ghost beside him hissed, "You must bind it again, or it will consume everything. But binding it will take a sacrifice. The last guardian must pay the cost." Alex's heart skipped. A sacrifice? His mind raced. But he knew. It had to be him. The blood of the guardians flowed through him alone. He had been chosen to do this. "Alex, no," the ghost said, but its tone was softer now, almost like sorrow. "It is your destiny." The monster from the well roared, darkness swirling around it. Alex felt the golden veins flare with pure energy. He lifted his hands, feeling the pulse of all past guardians, all their strength, and channeled it into the chains that once held the well sealed. The chains emerged, glowing with golden light. Alex's body became the conduit. Energy surged through him, every pulse tearing him apart from the inside. Pain, fire, light, and shadow collided. Joran tried to strike again, but Alex's golden energy flung him back, powerless. The Covenant shrieked in terror. Alex screamed as the energy consumed him, feeling his soul stretch across centuries. The monster roared, pulling at him, trying to escape. And then with one final surge, the chains locked, the well slammed shut, and a silence fell over the valley. Alex collapsed, golden veins dimming, eyes returning to normal. He was alive, but everything inside him had changed. His body ached, his soul felt heavy, and the forest around him was quiet, too quiet. The ghost hovered one last time, weaker now, nearly transparent. "It is done thanks to your courage. But remember, Alex, history is never truly over. Shadows always linger, and some betrayals cannot be undone." Alex nodded, exhausted. The betrayal of Joran, the awakening of the well, the horror he had faced, it had changed him forever. Far away, in the hidden cities, the Shadow Covenant whispered, regrouping. Their plans were broken, but they were patient. The last guardian had survived, but their hunt was not over. Alex walked back toward the forest's edge, feeling the weight of centuries in his blood. He was no longer just a boy from a small village. He was the last guardian. He had faced betrayal, horror, and sacrifice, and he had won. But he knew the world would never be the same, and neither would he. The 1,000-year well stood behind him, silent, but Alex could feel it watching, waiting. The horror was contained, for now. And Alex, he would be ready.